From ABC 7 News, this is a breaking news alert.
That breaking news comes from Nepal, where a search is underway for a missing U.S. Marine Corps helicopter. This just hours after a second massive earthquake rocked that region. People ran into the streets to escape the falling debris. This second quake was of 7.3 magnitude and occurred just east of where a 7.8 magnitude quake struck 2 weeks ago. The missing American helicopter and Marines on board had been providing disaster relief. Senior political reporter Scott Thuman is tracking the developments from our Capitol Hill bureau. Scott?
Well, Maureen, the Pentagon tells me that 6 Americans and 2 Nepalese were on board that Huey helicopter that disappeared. Now, that does not necessarily mean that there has been a crash or that there are any fatalities. We just don't know right now. But there's been no communication with the helicopter, and it is now nighttime, so a search by foot is underway. This is video from Marine Light Attack Helicopter Squadron 469. 6 of its members, Americans based in California and on board a Huey helicopter like this one, now missing somewhere in the Nepalese mountains. They've been documenting their work to help thousands of earthquake victims.
We've delivered over 68,000 pounds of needed supplies to the outer villages, and we also plan to deliver another 140,000 pounds before we leave.
While teams search for the chopper and its crew, who had just made one drop and were on their way to a second site, another panic. A 7.3 magnitude earthquake sent much of Kathmandu scrambling. Already ravaged by that terrible quake 3 weeks ago, their fears were only magnified. Here you can see the cameras start to shake during a meeting of parliament as people ran through the streets to find open areas, and the tremors triggered landslides.
I felt really scared this time. It was very big. Hope nothing was happened in my home, so I just ran here. I was very scared.
Well, the good news, if there is any regarding this incident with the chopper, is that there was no smoke seen, no other signs of a crash. The Pentagon doesn't want to jump to any conclusions just yet. Additionally, there was a helicopter and a crew from India that was nearby. They heard radio chatter about a possible problem with fuel. So this may have just been an emergency landing. It's still way too early to know. Live on Capitol Hill tonight, Scott Thuman, ABC 7 News.
Thank you, Scott. Today's quake sent Fairfax County's Task Force 1 back to work. That team is working with USAID and have been winding down search and rescue operations since deploying 2 weeks ago. Members tweeted this morning they are okay and their building is safe. They're now leading the search for survivors.